My dog was so bad, he's always biting my feet, and I'm like, oh my God, if he was a super dog.
Hey, buddy, eyes up here.
We're happy to be in Taiwan, at least virtually.
Hi, everyone, and hi, James. So good to see you again. It's Lisa from Top Movie Picks. I know, James, the Superdog was inspired by your own dog, Ozu. And as a proud member of the mischievous pet club like you, I want to tell you that I do have pets with superpowers, and they can destroy my house just with a blink of an eye, faster than
That is right.
Crypto 专用的披风，超狗的。哇，你看，好大啊！这小疯狗啊，帅吗？哦，痛哎！你真的是 Crypto 哎，你这个疯子，疯子。
Just like Crypto did in the Fortress of the Solitude.
My house looks like what Crypto did in the Fortress of Solitude because of Ozu.
It's a big mess.
Wow.
He destroyed it. He's the worst dog in the world.
So,
You love the dog, right?
yeah, and that's not a movie. That's your life, right? You know, I wonder if DC ever want to expand their Super Pets universe. Do you think there's a chance for my pets to audition? I want to show you this.
If we just smile, we can forget.
Oh!
Oh,
Yeah, he's just smiling at once, and then all of a sudden he become a crazy biter.
The problem is, you know, that was the whole origin of writing this movie was, you know, because my dog was so bad, he's always biting my feet, and I'm like, oh my God, if he was a super dog, my feet would be gone below the ankles. It's, you know.
The only problem is Nick is very similar, you know, very friendly one moment, and then will bite your fingers off in the next moment. So
Nick Holt?
Yeah.
Oh my
Nick,
God.
really?
Two of those personalities
Naughty,
on set.
nice,
Whoa.
spicy, everything in between.
By the way,
He
Nick's
actually,
the nicest guy of everybody in this cast. No,
Until he's not.
but he
he's
actually
always the
bites?
nicest.
Where's the dog?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
If you have that superpower and you can fly to Taiwan in less than a second, where would you visit? Where would you go?
With you all. We'd be there with you guys. So we
That's
could be
the
there.
answer that we want! 掌声鼓励!
Good luck with that.
When I entered that world, I entered a magical world of superheroes and giant monsters and robots and flying dogs. And I fell in love with all of that. And that's what I wanted to bring that magical world to audiences today. I love the character of Superman. I love his innate sense of goodness, and I wanted people to see that reflected in the character. I think it's something we need in the world today. I think we need to be kinder to each other, and I think Superman exemplifies that.
One of the best things I think about this new universe is that it's populated already with heroes, with metahumans, with superheroes, with great geniuses who have technologies at their disposal that are beyond anything that we have in our actual world. And I think starting from that place, leaving our world behind a little bit and entering this fully developed and fully in swing new universe gives us a lot to play with as actors and as characters. It sort of just throws open the doors to all the possibilities in the relationships with the other characters, in the team-ups and the rivalries and the romances, and yeah, so that was a lot of fun to play with.
Oh, I can see some love going on over there. when you say romance, when you're looking at Rachel. Rachel, what about you?
Go ahead, Rachel.
Well,
no problem.
I was being very
Definitely.
sincere. Go ahead, please.
Well, I love that this version of Metropolis and all these characters obviously is inspired by all the different versions of Metropolis and all these characters that came before us. And you see little flavors of all the previous versions, and then also with a new filmmaker, there's this totally new lens on this familiar material. So I loved, for example, some of the details in the set design, that it feels both like today, and you see some of the familiar technology, for example, and then as David said, technology that we've never seen or even heard of, and then in some ways the world feels like a world we've always known. All of us could see ourselves in Metropolis. It feels evergreen. And so it felt like we were in the past, the present, and the future all at once. And it was pretty magical to live inside.
Great question. It's one of the most fun things about the character is that he's 2 or even 3 characters, all played by the same kind of person at the center. I think the reason ultimately that Superman has these 2 identities, these 2 parts that he plays of Superman in the public's eye and then Clark Kent at the Daily Planet is that he loves being a person. He loves being a human, or at least sort of fitting in with humanity as much as he can. He loves the people of Earth, and he loves all of their flavors, all of the flavors that they come in. And as we know as people, you sort of end up getting put in a box as far as your personality or the way other people see you. If you're strong and stoic, then people expect you to be strong and stoic. And if you're sort of quirky and vulnerable and funny, then people get confused when you're suddenly not that way, when you suddenly get serious. And so Superman gets to play these 2 parts where he gets to do the conflicting things. He gets to be the strong and reassuring and always has the answers and is always ready to take responsibility and be in the spotlight and save the day as Superman. And as Clark Kent, he gets to be a little more in the corner, supporting his friends and colleagues and sometimes not being so sure about what's happening or where he fits in, and certainly not being nearly as elegant or suave with swooping in and saving the day, a lot more like slipping on his coffee and wiping out in the Daily Planet. As an actor, that gives you a ton of stuff to play with over the course of the movie. And as a person, you sort of go like, yeah, I wish sometimes that I could behave differently or antithetically to how I'm expected to behave. And Superman gets that option.
Everybody has their own taste, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or are you in real life actually Superman?
Well,
Rachel can answer that.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
Got David?
Yeah, what's
Rachel,
that like?
would you elaborate on that, please?
No, this one's on you, my friend.
Come on.
Dave is very serious, but he's very funny, but he's a very serious guy. He's a lot like Superman. He loves kids. When you see Superman dressed up in his Superman outfit and all the kids run up to him, it is exactly the same reaction that David has on set when he's wearing the Superman uniform and all the kids are running up to him, Wow. There are so many things that he's very old-fashioned in certain ways. He listens to weird music from the 1950s. I think it's weird. He's an odd guy. He's kind of a nerd.
He's a
like
young
Clark
guy,
Kent
but he
also.
listens to old music.
I think people would think I'm the nerd up here, but I'm not. He's the nerd.
Nerd alert. One of the things that's so remarkable about David is that you talked about these dueling identities. I actually think David is one of the most comfortable people that I know with living truthfully in all the different parts of
That's true.
who you are.
That's true.
That's a really aspirational thing. We're all in some ways, and it's one of the reasons I think Superman has endured, because in some ways we all understand that dueling identity. It's just much more extreme in this case. And we all hope to find that kind of strength inside of us. But I feel like, like Superman and Clark, David has his eyes on every single part of every room he walks into. And you're comfortable being the goofy guy, but also the serious guy when you need to be. And looks out for everyone. David looks out for everyone around him.
He's nice to everybody on set. He's kind to everyone, no matter who you are. He's just a nice guy, and I think that shows up, and I think that shows up in the movie. And I also think that that's exactly right. He is.
I gave up on being cool a long time ago, and that's a way that I identified with Superman.
But that makes you cooler.
That makes him
that
cooler.
makes you
That's
cooler.
what's so great. That's what's so great about Superman here is that Superman is old-fashioned. He believes in goodness. He is a nerd. He is a square. But that's what makes him rebellious. That's what makes him a punk rocker. That's what makes him different from everyone else in the world. And it's what I think that's what the world needs, is for all of us to be a little less cool and a little bit more kind. And I think that's what the world needs, and I think David has that. I also think he is very comfortable in his own skin, and one of the reasons why the movie works so well in an emotional way is that it's about a character who is very comfortable in his own skin and starts to doubt himself for the first time in his life and really becomes a little unsure about who he is, where he came from, and where he's going. And that's the central emotional stakes of the film.
That is just wonderful. David, are you happy now?
Hanging out with these two is the best. It's talking about dual identities. We go back and forth from making fun of me and putting me down, in the most affectionate way. But those are. That's how you know you're true friends, is the people who can make fun of you in one sentence and then genuinely say really nice things about you in the next. So.
Yes. That's you got two true friends right there. What do you guys do when you hang out? I want to hang out with you guys.
We hang out, we go out after work, and we go to eat dinner usually, and then maybe we stay up outside hanging out. And
I was going to say, we just spent hours chatting.
Yeah, with a group like that, it's really just joking around and swapping stories. You've got such funny personalities, and so many people who have had such a wide variety of experiences in the business and in their lives. It's a lot of just swapping stories and banter.
So everybody's bonding together, communicating together, and bringing out all the good of human side, right? Except Nicholas Hoult, because he's playing the bad guy. He's playing the bad guy, so he's doing a good job,
When you're not an actor, you can get away with stuff.
Thank you, Taiwan.
Thank you.
超人国际记者会结束了，大家对于立喆在记者会上面提的问题有什么想法呢？希望你们不要以为我是自肥哦，还故意拿自己家的猫宝贝给导演看，说要不要来试镜。其实呢，这所有在记者会上面被发表的问题都是经过精挑细选的哦。华纳影业真的非常仔细，在记者会发生之前是有把大家的问题都搜集出来，就是所有的媒体记者想要提问这3位主创导演跟男女主角想要问他们的问题，通通都列出来，然后再从所有人的问题当中去一一筛选出这几个合适在记者会上面去聊的话题。这真的是可以看到华纳影业做这件事情很用心的地方哦。毕竟超人真的是华纳的 key 给出，在 jamesgunn 从这个漫威宇宙被挖角到 DC 宇宙当中，超人绝对是一个必须要一鸣惊人的作品哦。所以说实在的，这一次记者会上面我问的狗狗问题，我问的宠物题，是片商希望我能够提出来的，因为我们希望有一个题目是可以往这个方向去发展了。除了那些其他的电影专业题之外，我就说哦好啊，由我来问似乎也非常合理吧，对不对？对不对？所以我就熬夜做了这支影片，希望能够在记者会上面有非常好的成效。不过辛苦是值得的，因为后来就是华纳影业的人也跟我分享说，哇，美国那边很喜欢这一题哦，就他们的总公司觉得这一题真的让演员都活过来了。因为实际上我们时差的关系，3位主创是一大早的时间，他们刚起床，所以其实在这连续好几天的媒体宣传之下，已经有一点疲劳轰炸了。但是这个可爱的狗狗体也让他们有一点提神醒脑吧。所以虽然它没有完完全全的跟电影有关系，但是也让他们有一个非常好的互动跟火花，对台湾留下更深刻的印象。
别忘了订阅我们的频道，打开小铃铛就不会错过任何精彩内容，随时上架。我们下回再见。